And now we've got our Velociraptor Mongoliansis on the display stand, going round and round 360 degrees. And he's already on its base with the toe clip in a pose with a leg raised up and one straightened out leg. We've already gone through, we know that all of the figures come with straightened legs, and the raptors all come with clips and stands for posing, so there's no need for me to bore you guys with doing it over and over again. We did go over everything with the lone bipedal ceratopsian, and then of course with Protoceratops andrewsi we had our first quadrupedal ceratopsian, and this is our second dromaeosaur. We've already gone through showing the clip and the base and the flight stand, and we've gone through the articulation. Like I said, they're all similar with all of these different figures, so all that's left is showing you what they look like. So we're going to get a little bit closer to Velociraptor and see what it looks like. Okay, we've got our Velociraptor up close, so you see the nice colorations there, and most definitely a different kind of skull, head, different appearance than the Dromaeosaurus. As I bring it in so you can see those differences. And yeah, I dare say the Dromaeosaurus definitely does look like it has a much stronger bite force than the Velociraptor. So it's probably safe to say that the Velociraptor definitely did more damage in packs or gangs, whatever they would call themselves, and would use their sickle claws right there more often than just biting. I still think that Dromaeosaurus did combo attacks using both its jaws and its claws, but I'm sure they all did. But the Dromaeosaurus was probably a lot more effective with it, whereas Velociraptor, they just gang tackled their prey more than likely, for the most part, larger prey especially. But yeah, looking at the nice color wraps, looking at the eyes are yellow with black pupils. And then you see everything as far as the feathering underneath. Very, very nice. It's like a brown and orange right there, and then it goes into a yellow. And you've got that speckling on the rear legs. Going down, it gets darker. Then you've got that horrible looking, terrible claw there. Then you look up top. That looks pretty good. Didn't even really get a good look at that face. Try to see that from both sides. Got to work delicately because these guys are so small. And going down, you see what's going on there with the leg, and then that stiff tail, and the plumage at the end of the tail with the feathering. I want to say fur so bad, but it's feathering, as we all know. And yes, indeed, that is our Velociraptor Mongoliansis. Here's a quick look at our Velociraptor on my little dio there, back with his foot nicely tucked in the toe clamp there, so you can have him raised up. Very nice. Oh, I failed to mention too that BOTM provides 2 of those clamps because they're so small you may lose one. So that's pretty generous of them. So now we've got our other Protoceratops. We've got the Hellenikorhinus, I believe it's pronounced that. I'm going to get that wrong every time. Anyway, this is the larger species also. It was older than our andrewsi species. It was larger by a fair amount, by at least 2 feet. It was like 8.5 feet long. And that wasn't the only difference. The skulls, the frill, they were also different. So we'll compare them when we get our guy off the base, just like with all the other BOTMs that we've already seen. Comes with another set of hind limbs that are straightened out. We already know what's up with that, as well as a base. So we're all good. Let's get this species of Protoceratops off of the platter and see what's what. So here we are looking at our Protoceratops, the other species. I'm not even going to try to say that name again. Maybe at the end I'll try to get it right one final time. But very nice paint apps there. And as far as the differences in the skull, let's bring out our Andrewsy version. I have no problem saying that. And you can see the differences in the skull, the frill, and then look at the cheekbones right there. Look how far out the Andrewsys comes out, as opposed to our, I'm just going to call it Korhinus. The last part of that comes out. So yeah, there are those differences. The Korhinus has some, you see some spikes, small spikes that come out at the rear of those, we'll call it the cheek area, jawline. And yeah, of course, as always with Ceratopsians, that frill is the highlight. Pretty good, pretty nice. The paint apps, lovely. The eye is painted in a like a yellow green with the black eye, black pupil, and the figure itself is essentially mostly green, but it's got you see blacks, yellows, browns. The frill, that design is very striking, very nice. Letting on the back, it's more or less continuation. It continues on the back there, and yeah, you've got some nice. Looking from the top on in, it's black, goes down, and stripes out. You see some green still peeking through, and then it lightens up as we go towards the underbelly, the legs, the forelimbs, green with black, and then it goes down, and you see it lightens up to that beige. The toes painted nice and black there. Same with the hind limbs. Everything's very nice. Going back with the tail. Got that striping, and then the dark striping, and then you see the speckling of green, and then it lightens up into that beige, and then you get the end of the tail in that dark brownish color. Same on the other side. So we take it on back, and yeah, pretty cool. And as I stated before, the articulation is similar to the other Protoceratops, and pretty cool. Also similar is the mouth won't close all the way, but you can get it to open a little bit more. But yeah, you won't get it to fully close, so that's kind of a bummer. But other than that, everything else remains the same. And here's our Protoceratops Hellenikorhinus. I got it right on my little display. Bringing up the rear, we've got our Lenoraptor exquisitus. Very pretty paint apps that we have on this particular raptor. And yeah, it also, at least by my estimation, has the only just slightly most bird-like appearance, all up in the you know, the wings, or the forelimbs, if you will, as well as the skull. But let's see what you think as we take a closer look at it when we get off the base. Of course, as you already know, it's already on the stand, so you see what's going on there using the toe clip, and it's got I've got the extended legs on in place of the bent ones, so you already know what it is. So let's get him off the base and see what's the what. Here we are having a closer look at our Lenoraptor, and BOTM really gave this one some very, very nice paint. They've all been nice paint apps in their own ways, in their own right. This one is it is like the like its name, very exquisite. So very nice, mostly green motif throughout the body. You see that over there around the eyes. That the brow green starts off dark, and then we get lighter. See if we can get some better. There we go. We're focused in now, and yeah, pretty cool. Of course, you know, we're articulated, and even the interior is painted. I didn't mention that with the other two raptors until now, but yeah, pretty cool. wings. Very nice. Starting off green with the brown edges there, and then it just suddenly turns into a like a rust-colored brown. You've got feathering at the top there that's brown, and then it goes down into like a rusty orange. Then, of course, it transforms into green, which is the main color scheme for this figure. You got more of that going down the hind limbs. See how that is? Look at those. Look at that sickle claw. That's the most pronounced out of all of them from, that we've seen so far. Wow, that's pretty rad right there. And then going further down, you see that tail. Once again, it's a Dromaeosaurus, so tails are stiff. Look at the plumage there. That's pretty. Like I said, this is a very, very nice paint scheme that they got for this particular raptor. Very nice. Going back on the underbelly, see what's going on there. Yes, very, very nice. Really loving these beasts of the Mesozoic. That's our Linheraptor. And of course, you know we had to do it. It's our Lenoraptor on the diorama base, back on its base with the toe clip so it can stand, because these guys will not stand without it unless you try to tripod it with the tail. I'm not really a fan of that. And as promised, so you guys can get an accounting of the accuracy of the 1/18th scale, I've got the juvenile Centrosaurus above, representing a 15-foot long animal. So you see all of these guys next to it. And yeah, so pretty much you got some nice accuracy there. So there you have it. And so there we have it, our miniature Ceratopsian series wave, or whatever you'd like to call it, comprising of 3 Ceratopsians and 3 Dromaeosaurids. And we've gone through them all there. They are at 1/18th scale. They've got approximately, give or take, 15 to 16 inches of articulation. The paint apps, beautiful, very, very lovely, and yeah, very happy to have these. And yes, so we're going to go from our left to our right, so you know what we were dealing with today. Starting down here below on our far left, we are dealing with, we've got Satacosaurus Mongoliansis, and then further left we have the Lenoraptor exquisitus. Rolling there at the top there, the famous, about to get it in on that famous scene, we have got Velociraptor Mongoliansis as well, Protoceratops andrewsi, and then of course my favorite name to pronounce, you have Protoceratops Hellenikorhinus. Got it right again. And bringing up the rear, last but never least, my favorite dromaeosaur is Dromaeosaurus albertensis. And that's how it goes down with the miniature Ceratopsian wave. Loving this. And I can't wait to get them on a different type of display. Pretty cool. Let me know what you guys think about these dinos and about the beasts of the Mesozoic in general. And while you're doing it, you do that down below in the comments section. Give me your questions or your concerns, your critiques, and I'll take them. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I really need you guys to do that. And of course, if you want to be notified for the next time I upload another video, and another video will be coming pretty soon. I've got more Beasts of Mesozoic figures on the way. In fact, I believe they'll be here tomorrow. For me, tomorrow anyway. But we'll see. And I also have something else down the pipe. I believe I'll get that by a week's end. I'm looking very forward to that one. I won't even say what it is because I'll probably jinx it. But let's just hope. Anyhow, smash that bell if you want to be notified for the next time I upload a video. So this is the Ruckosaurus Rex channel, where we talk about and review all things dinosaur and other prehistoric animals. We have been checking out the miniature Ceratopsian series, comprising of half ceratopsians and half dromaeosaurids, and a very nice little package indeed. So with that, I'm going to be out. Thank you guys, and take care.